Big it up, Promised Land, Distant Relatives, May 18th. Now, that's what I was thinking would have been the first single, like something rich culture like that, right? I love to be surprised though. But Nas, you seem really content in your own skin. You don't never rush your album. Like I always get the impression that you move into your own speed. Like you don't feel the pressure to dumb down and make a commercially successful album, or do you? Do you feel that pressure?
Yeah, I do. It's like you do it when you feel it. You gotta do it when you feel it. You know what I mean? Like I prefer to just do it like that. I don't want to do it like all the time. I like life, living life too. You know what I'm saying? You get too caught up, but when you feel it, you go in the studio, let it go, and that's what I was feeling with this. Yeah.
Listen to the Promised Land and hearing the rhythm on the song. It made me think about, usually a reggae artist usually has a long lifespan. Like even when Dennis Brown and Gregory Isaacs, they can still come and rock a crowd at an older age. But a hip hop artist, when you're 30-year-old in hip hop, but in reggae and Caribbean music, a person is still relevant when they're 50 and 60. You see Barris Hammond rocking, kids going. How do you feel that relates to you? Do you think right now that as far as hip hop is concerned, where do you see yourself? Do you think, hey man, I'm getting up in age as far as these other young guys are out there? Do you think I got maybe 2 more to go? And Damian, how do you feel, in the reggae genre? So I want both of you to answer this question.
You first?
You first.
Oh man. What's funny? That's not even really an issue. Like a lot of people say that's an issue. Probably even a lot of rap artists are scared to get older, or scared. It's not really an issue. I thought it would be me too. Like Biggie Smalls got a line, like being broke at 30 give a nigga the chills, So being 30 was a big thing. We didn't think we'd make it to be 25.
Right.
So if we made it past that, then we need some paper. And so every day I look at it like, wow, another year. Every day is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? So, where do I see myself? I'm waiting for the rap game to catch up. And not to sound arrogant, that's just a generational thing. That's just a generational thing. When the young guys come out, they hit me on the BlackBerry. You know what I'm saying? Real rap. So, and that's love because, they can tell I love them. And it's just like, we speaking from different perspectives. So that's why they appreciate the older stuff, because they kind of like it, or the guys that's older than them, because they can see where their future might be. You know what I'm saying? But meanwhile, they're reinventing the game from the early stage, from the young stage. So we help each other. Yeah.
Damian.
I think in that sense also, you're comparing basically singers to rappers. And a lot of dancehall artists don't really have the kind of longevity what you're talking about. And also, you have still a lot of hip-hop acts who, even in their older stages, can still rock crowds. Look at KRS-One, the man is still a rock crowd. You know what I mean? So you have enough man who's still a rock crowd. A lot of those older artists that you're speaking about also don't really make current records now. They go and sing the hits that are from their heyday. You know what I mean? So, I kind of don't really agree with the statement where you make 100% still, Yeah.
You can disagree.
And seriously, people, Nas look over 25. Let's keep it real. Now, one gray hair, I'm sitting 2 feet. Either you on that just a minute commercial, or you got them jeans, baby. But let's get back to the music. What we got here now? Look, my Jamaican coming up. What we got here now?
That happened to me too.
Right. Which one?
Despair.
Despair? Can you give us a little background, Dre? On the track?
Well, this one is this has a double meaning because we're talking about despair as in the physical weapon and also despair as in desperation, you know. And it have a little dancehall flavor about it, but yet it's different because it's live, which most dancehall music isn't, you know, it's programmed. So check it out.
Yeah, despair. Yeah, Nas, Junior, you know, you guys are very deep lyrically. But when I hear you spit, Nas, I mean, listening, I want to tell you something. You're one of my favorite hip hop artists, rap artists. Not because you're sitting here right now, but I love Earth, Wind, and Fire. I love Earth, Wind, and Fire. When I hear you spit, I hear the 5%, I hear the deep thoughts, I hear the history that you've dug deep, that maybe your father passed on to you. I hear that African stuff in there. I hear you digging deep. Also you, Damian, when I hear you spit, I hear you digging deep. But then, you guys got another side to you too, where it comes off very commercial. So, how do you handle these two sides of Nas? How do you handle the two sides? How do you balance the scales?
Yeah.
You know what? Hold on. Damian first.
He's like, damn, man.
Two sides. I don't really have two sides. One side, you know, and it's for people. You know what I mean? You don't want to, every day you feel like you're something that is a big, deep conversation. Sometimes you just want to enjoy yourself. You have a time and space for every kind of song and all kind of music, you know what I mean? So, it's not all the time it have to be a big brain buster or all the time it have to represent struggle. It can represent the escape from struggle also, you know what I mean? So,